What's up, everybody? This is Figures of Action Reviews coming at you guys again with another video, and it's a part 2 to the Bootlegs, Replicas, and Knockoff video. Now, I did record this originally, but unfortunately, my sound was messed up, and if you don't believe me, I'm going to let you know what it sounds like now. Yeah, that's what happened. That is what happened with my sound to my video. I was recording, and I had recorded 26 minutes only to find out that, I don't know, I used the cable, and I guess I used the wrong cable for my mic hookup, my wireless mic hookup, and that's all you get for 26 minutes is just static feedback. So instead of scrapping the video, the show must go on. The show will go on. Oh, I was not deleting 26 minutes worth of video. You guys was getting this video. You most definitely was getting this video. So, you know, hey, as a content creator, you know, being willing to share hobbies, you got to be flexible. You got to be able to adapt. So guess what? You're getting a voiceover. Now here we have the first figure that came in late. I really wanted to include it in the part 1, I should say, because this is part 2. And if you can't tell what it is, some of you may be able to see through that bubble wrap, and you may already know by the suspected color scheme who this is. And you definitely ought to know now. If you don't, it's the CT version of the Mafex Wolverine. Now, I was a bit scared because he came in a bubble wrap just like that Miles Morales that I ordered came in nothing but bubble wrap, no box, and that guy was pure trash. But I was actually my anxiety was negated, and once I got him out of the plastic and started fumbling around with them, everything was fine. I'll just go ahead and give you the spoilers right now. Everything was fine. So, you know, I honestly, I really did want this guy to come in early enough to put him in part 1, but you know, the mail around Christmas time just ran late. So I had 2 figures for this video and this guy. Now, I will say for this CT Toys Wolverine, he looks good. You know, I mean, wow, he does look good, but I prefer the black stripes Wolverine, and I have the Mezco version of Wolverine in the yellow suit. Plus, hey man, I'm a sucker for soft goods, and honestly, that yellow Wolverine from Mezco, it's pretty good. It's really good. He has decent head articulation. I really didn't have too much problems with him. The feet came out looking a little wonky, which scared me. Now, here's a problem that I did have. So when trying to change the head out, that peg was stuck in the head. That's the same problem I had with that Venom that I bought that was supposed to be CT Toys but was not CT Toys. So I got even more worried for this figure because I was like, oh man, how am I gonna change the peg out? But I'm pretty sure if I take a pair of needle nose pliers to it, I can pull it out and then I can change it. But his arms were a bit stiff to move around as far as like moving them in a circular fashion. He had decent ab crunch. There was no problem with the abs twisting and folding. The arms did fight me a bit to like get them to go around. However, I did manage to twist the arms all the way around without breaking the figure. It has the drop down leg like the actual Mafex figure. So, you know, looking at this figure of how it is, it kind of does, you know, make you wonder if these are factory rejects rather than, you know, being remakes from a third party company. Who knows? You know, I don't know. But he was $20. Actually, he was $21, and so I didn't care. I honestly didn't care. As far as I've told you guys how I feel about bootlegs, I'm really not into them because they're so much of a toss-up. And you know, one minute you got a figure that's rocking with you, and the next minute you have a hunk of junk. So yeah, I'm really not into doing it. But this guy was pretty good. This CT Toys Wolverine checked out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you know, we got something else for you too, you know, but just have to wait a little bit, just a little bit longer. I actually right here, I was like, man, these claws, I do love how long and like these claws are just like, they're not, you know, whimsy and flimsy, because the Marvel Legends team have been giving us those wacky worn out claws for the longest. Like it's like, how long is it gonna be before you guys give us some stable claws on these Wolverines? Like, you know, they're not crisscrossed or falling out or, you know, bent to one side and you can't, and they look all weird. So I was even glad he moves and poses. It takes a little bit to get him in certain positions, but it's not that bad. It really isn't that bad to get him to move around. So I did have fun, and honestly, I was like, cool. I'm glad I did buy him, and I'm glad I didn't get stuck with a hunk of junk. So I do plan on taking more pictures with him. Now, as a reminder that my diorama, I'm using these artificial grass patches that I got from Hobby Lobby. So they're very uneven, and if your figure can stand up, if these figures can stand up on this stuff, hey, you got a good solid figure, man. I mean, it's because there's some figures that just won't stand up. Now here we have the Spider-Man Miguel, Spider-Man 2099, and he also came in late. He was another one that came in late, and I think I spent about $27 for this guy. I was worried because the box was open, and I was like, oh no. But once again, my fears were calmed, because once I got him out of the box and got him out of the plastic and got a chance to, you know, mess around with him, he was pretty good. He comes with 2 pair of hands. You can see the red webbing that he comes with, look like digital stripes. You got that mean face Miguel. Then you got the nice calm demeanor Miguel with all the chiseled facial features. You know what I'm saying? What's it like? What's that? Chad Miguel? The Chad Miguel face? But yeah, honestly, man, you know, he's top heavy. He skips leg day. But there's something weird about it. So, and he moves like how you see me posing and moving him around and messing with the arms and legs. Yo, this dude moves smooth like butter. He's not rigid. He's not, you know, stiff. He really does move. Now, while I'm doing all this glazing, you're going to see something happen and you're going to be like, ooh. You're going to be like, but for me, it was like, oh my gosh, I got. But no. Yo, just keep watching. Just keep watching. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, what I was talking about here was that overlap that you tend to see on these knockoffs, replicas, or bootlegs, however you want to call them. But when you get the actual Mafex version, that little overlap from the top to the bottom, it's a bit more smaller. It's minimal. But with these, you know, you can definitely see that, you know, tell that if they are making these, or if they aren't just, you know, here it comes. There it is. No. Man, I tell you, my heart was racing so fast, but I did manage to pop it back on. It wasn't broken. It just needed to snap back in place. And you would think that after I had just got that guy, his leg popped off, you would think I would stop stress testing this thing, but nope. No, not me. I got to push it to the limit. I got to see if I can break it. I know some of y'all was probably like, yo, his leg just popped off. What are you doing? I'm doing what everyone else would do. See if I can break it. But no. But yeah, he feels hollow. Like, he doesn't feel like a paperweight. Like, he's top heavy, but when you pick him up, man, he feels light, very, very light. And that was just something that was surprising to me. It's like, yo, this figure is surprisingly light compared to how he looks, because he's buff, he's huge. You think he's made of this like huge heavy plastic up top, but I promise you, it's like, man, they made him out of a special nanofiber. It's futuristic. He really is the Spider-Man 2099 of the future. made with a special material. But no, yo, he's super light and he's very posable and he moves smooth, very smooth. And you saw my leg pop off. So if you get him, be careful. Just be careful. Don't be like me. Don't stress test your figure. I'm supposed to be nice to my figures. And I know a lot of you saying, I thought you said you would never buy this, and I wasn't. But because I'm a GameStop Pro member and I get the $5 credit, to use every month. Plus this guy was $23 instead of $24.99 minus 5. There you go. You do the math. So yes, I got him, and I got him solely so I could make the comparison in this video because I wanted to compare him. And yes, his face is lighter in the Marvel Legends version than it is with the CT Toys Mafex version. I don't know why they chose to go with a lighter version. Who knows? I'm not really going to get stuck on that. Miguel is Miguel, right? Now I got a suntan Miguel, and I got a Miguel that looked like he never went outside for 6 months. But I wanted to take him out because I wanted to see which one was actually taller. And we're about to find that out because I wanted to see if, it's been spread that, or it's been said that the CT Toys version of those figures are a little shorter than the actual Mafex figures. So I really wanted to compare whether or not, this guy was kind of short. And I know you should be comparing that to a Mafex figure. Yeah, but I'm comparing them to a Marvel Legends figure just to see what the height is. I had to move this guy around. He's stiff. Now he is stiff, and he's especially stiff in the joints. So you're gonna have to heat him up if you really want him to, get into some poses. You're gonna have to get him loose. Go ahead. You have to get him in some hot water or something. Put him towards some heat because he is stiff in the joints. The body not so much. He is heavier though. That's the thing. Like compared to the CT Toys version, the Marvel Legends version of Miguel is very, very thick with plastic. Pause. But he's also a little heavier, so you can definitely feel if you put him hand in hand. You definitely feel that weight difference. I mean, it's small, but it's there. The weight difference is there. Like I can pick that CT Toys version up, and it feels so much lighter. Now, you guys tell me which one you like, the darker colors or the brighter colors with the CT Toys version. I'm actually trying to get him into lock him into a pose that seems fair because I didn't want him to be looking all super buff. Around the neck area, that top area, it just looks weird to me on the Marvel Legends version. And I started looking at it. I'm like, wait, the Marvel Legends version does look taller, but at the same time, they don't have the same head. So I'm going to have to swap the head out. It's only fair. I mean, because mostly that little buff in the hair gives it, on the Marvel Legends, gives it a little more height. I'm going to swap the head out in a minute, and you'll see what I mean. I do think now that I have him out of the pack, the darker tones that the Marvel Legends team did does not look bad. It doesn't look bad, but I definitely do like the brighter tones from the CT Toys version, which is why I said I like the first one that the Marvel Legends team did. I like that first one, and I get it. It's a second one, so they changed it up a bit. As you can see on the back, there's just more detail to me, in the way that it's split. Like, look at his back area around the traps, around the back of his neck. It's just seemed more, detailed, even in the front. Now, I don't have a problem with the Marvel Legends version, and honestly, I had planned to give this guy away, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna put him back in the pack, and I'm gonna tape it down, and I'm gonna give him away. But after the leg popped off, I was like, I might want to keep him as a reserve just in case in the future this guy breaks and I don't want to buy another knockoff, and I just use the Marvel Legends, to take his place. Whoops, camera move. Now, as you can see, he does do splits just like the CT Toys version. The difference is that leg raise on the Marvel Legends is more restricted than it is on the CT Toys version. You get a much higher kick on the CT Toys version than you do on the Marvel Legends. I mean, that thick plastic only goes so far, right? So I think for anybody, if you bought whichever one you want, you know, if you want to play it safe, buy the Marvel Legends version. You want to play it real safe, but you still want a premium light figure, go pay 150 plus on the secondary market for Miguel. I think he's going like 150, 200. I really think he's going for 200. I once saw him for sale on Books A Million. I think it was Books A Million or wherever. He was on some website. I don't know. I can't remember. I know it was like 150 though. So I mean, yeah, if you want to buy him, go ahead. If you want to take a chance at, you know, getting a CT Toys version, you know, from AliExpress, if that's what you want to do it. If you want to buy both, buy both. There's really no wrong answer in this. It's what you like. And what I say all the time, you buy what you're interested in. You buy what you like. You know, only you can make that decision of whether or not you want whatever figure you want. Honestly, I think both would do well if, you know, for photography. That Marvel Legends Miguel does have multiple pairs of hands, so I think you could get in some really good shots. You know, him, you know, going out with Miles. The only thing is that CT Toys version and the Mafix version is going to give you way more range when it comes to, you know, moving them around and articulating them. Now, here's the Gwen that I had, and I wanted to. I got her late. And then when she came in the mail, I just found her, you know, not too long when I went out, and she was at GameStop. But I wanted to compare her to the wonky version I got, which would have been fair because it wasn't a real CT Toys version of that Spider-Gwen that I had. It was actually some knockoff version from somewhere else that was horribly put together, and it was just a horrible piece of crap. But I will give it to the Marvel Legends team. They did a very good Spider-Gwen, and it's cool. It's a nice looking figure. It really is. And I'm gonna open it up and I actually do a review on it as well. However, Miles Morales, I don't know if Marvel Legends just hate that guy, but man, they give him the most ridiculous looking faces, man. It's like he's standing around with his mouth full of food. But I don't want to hold you guys too tough, man. This is Figures of Action Reviews signing off. Peace.